ACL to filter the particular route, sir. I mean, to control the traffic.
Not only to filter the route. ACL is not only used to filter the route. That is one feature of ACL. I am asking you, what is ACL? What is access control list?
This is basically used to identify the traffic, and then obviously you can use it wherever in whichever policy you want to use in.
Actually, to control the traffic, right? Control the traffic means it can be either blocking something, allowing something, changing the path, taking any action, right? Doesn't matter what is the action. It can be allow, it can be deny. In various cases, we are using ACL. ACL is generally used to control the traffic. So in SD-WAN, when I am creating hub and spoke topology, right? In that, you have to select the topology. Means which kind of topology you want to design. Hub and spoke, full mesh, partial mesh, partial hub and spoke, or any design. Ring topology, star topology, doesn't matter. These are just a requirement, right? And apart from this, our requirement will be more as well, like, remember, application aware routing, right? For a particular application, I need to configure QS. That is also going to be policies only, because here as well we are just controlling the traffic. So whether it is data plane or control plane, in both cases we are using ACL. Similarly here, we are learning the policies, and in the policies you will have two types of traffic, data plane and control plane. So either you will control the control plane traffic or data plane traffic. And when I am saying topology, that means I am talking about control plane, means topology change. So there was one custom available, not custom, default policies already created on vManage, right? Remember, there was one default topology type. Two topology were there. Remember, hub and spoke and full mesh. Either you can choose hub and spoke and full, and there was one more option to select the custom, right? In the customization, you are going to create your policy according to your requirement. Either you can block TLOC or you can block the route. In the control plane, we have only these two things that each branches are exchanging through vSmart. That's why we have OMP session. That's why all the WAN edge devices has OMP session with vSmart. Through OMP, they are just going to exchange TLOC and route, OMP routes, which is your LAN prefixes. So either you can control TLOC or route. In both cases, in data plane or control plane. But when I am saying topology, that means I am talking about control plane. And before that, you have group of interest where you can specify which type of application, which type of traffic. This is, let's say, sales traffic. For sales team, we have one dedicated subnet, the small subnet for the isolation, right? For the QS, for the security reason, and for that particular a small subnet, we need to apply QS or any special security feature we need to enable. Or we have one any kind of service in the branch, and we need to advertise that service to everyone, all the sites. If I have 1,000 sites and I have, let's suppose I have installed one firewall in headquarter, and what I want, that my WAN edge device which is connected here at this side is already a smart router, right? Intelligent one, the SDN device, VS or CS. It can understand. What happened to board? Is the screen visible, guys? Is the screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
topology. So my question was, you know what? In the default one, which one is available by default, that is hub and spoke. If I am going to select that one, then how it will block the communication between two spokes or two sides? How it will block route, or it will block the T-lock, or it will block the both? And my hub and spoke is one topology, just a topology by default available. This is not the policy, always keep in mind. This is what ACL means: rule to control the traffic. When you are talking about policies, when I am saying policy, that means I am talking about controlling the traffic rules. So what is the rule in this default hub and spoke topology? Similarly, you will create a other topology with your name, let's say for an example with my name Praphul, and here I am going to allow T-lock of all the sides to each other, but the route via DC, via headquarter. What will happen? For the T-lock, all the sites will have IP6 session directly, but they will not exchange the route. Am I right? They cannot exchange the route. So that is my rule. Exactly, I am asking you, what was the rule in default topology? Right?
I think it blocks the T-lock.
T-lock.
Default.
Okay, someone is saying T-lock.
Mm.
T-lock block. And one is saying route. Route.
Yes, yeah, both. I think by default it blocks both
Both.
with each other. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, tell me one more thing. Let's suppose this is my WAN device, branch 1 and branch 2. Branch 1 VH and branch 2 VH. Here I have subnet 192.168.10.0/24. Here I have subnet 192.168.20.0/24. Right? And I have applied the policy by using this topology, hub and spoke. Between these two sites, T-lock will be exchanged or not? Here let's suppose branch 1 has one T-lock, T-lock 1. T-lock is nothing but the combination of three things. I'm talking about T-lock means transport. Either it can be internet, mpls, 4G, 5G, LTE, right? Any kind of transport between your sites and controller. That is the identity. T-lock is the identity, right? So branch 2 is going to learn this subnet, the LAN subnet of branch 1 through this T-lock, that this subnet is reachable through this T-lock. And for this T-lock, I have one IP6 session, so I will always forward traffic via IP6. That is the default behavior, by the way. You all know this. So here T-lock is T-lock 1, here T-lock is T-lock 2. By default, when we have not configured any policy, branch 1 will have T-lock of branch 2 as well. Branch 2, and they will have subnet as well, 192.168.20.0/24. And branch 2 will also have the T-lock of branch 1, the default behavior 10.0. When I will configure hub and spoke topology, when I will apply the policy, what will happen between these two sides? Both the things will be filtered. On the branch 1 router, let's say after applying the policy hub and spoke topology type policy on all the sides, branch 1 router will have T-lock 2 or not, or this route or not? Will have that route or not?
No, we will not have.
No, it will the vSmart will have sorry, the hub router basically will have all this information.
Great. So let's suppose here is my headquarter branch 3, or I am saying HQ, and the T-lock of this side is T-lock 3. So you are saying this router will have T-lock 1 as well, and through tlock1 it is receiving one subnet 10.1.10.0/24. Then you are saying this router will also have tlock of branch 2 and this subnet, and they are on tlock as well, correct? Then how branch 1 will forward traffic to branch 2? Then route is not available. In the hub and spoke topology, you are saying route branch 1 will not have this one, the branch 2 will also not have this one. They will have one tlock, that is tlock of headquarter, tlock 3, and from tlock 3 it is not receiving any route, only tlock is there, means IPsec session will be there, but no, not any route. Tlock 3, tlock of EC, right? Both the branches, branch 1 and 2, don't have route of each other. How they will communicate then? Sir,
Through headquarter. All the traffic will be passed through the headquarter for the routing.
when user will ping, let's say 192.168.20.1, so branch 1 should have route for this network, na, via headquarter. Will it have this route, tlock 1 to tlock 2, or this subnet? Branch 1 will have the tlock 2 and 20.0. It will not have, na, in hub and spoke. In hub and spoke, as you said, if we are going to filter both tlock and route, means branch 1 don't have route to reach branch 2. Only headquarter know how to reach all the sites, and all the sites know how to reach headquarter. So here we can add one default route in service VPN towards HQ, and after that these two sites can communicate. Otherwise, until unless you will not advertise the default route in service VPN, two sites cannot communicate, remember. Am I right? This default route with which tlock? Towards headquarter, tlock 3. Right? Source IP will be 10.1, destination IP will be 20.1. Headquarter will receive the traffic. Headquarter already have route of branch 2. It will forward that. Right? Okay. And here, the most important topic of SD-WAN is policy. This is very important for all of you to learn and implement.
So sir, just one question. If the branch 1 has the two WAN edges, right? So the both have the basically default route and the tlock of the headquarter, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why what we will do, instead of configuring tlock on all the sites, I will advertise the tlock from headquarter towards branches. Again, for that I will create one policy. In that policy, my rule is simple, just advertise one default route towards all the sites. Means I will tell to my VS Smart, hey VS Smart, start advertising what? Default route with this tlock 3. Even if we have multiple service VPN 10, 20, it might be possible for VPN 10, I have hub and spoke topology, and for VPN 20, I have, let's say, partial mesh or full. Possible, na? Yes, possible, of course.
Yeah, yes.
So if I will take you here, right now policy is applied. Let me open the another browser up here to access my vManage. Here it is. I think policy is applied, running, right? We can even verify it through CLI. I can access any branch router, branch 1, and I will check. Right? Simply I can check the BFD, let's say. So many ways are there, right? Even through BFD I can check. Admin. So BFD session. See 5.5.5 has BFD session with 9.9, 8.8, 7.7. That means I think policy is not activated. Let me check admin and admin. Yeah, how to check policies apply or not? Any policies running or not? Tell me. Here is the main dashboard. Tell me how to check policy, any policy is activated or not. Where I will go? In policies? Yes. Centralized policy and localized policy. Centralized policy means which is applicable for multiple devices, and localized policy means if a particular policy is for local to device, let's say I want branch 1 user should have this kind of any kind of facility, so in that case that policy will be for few devices, for branch 1 routers only. Right now we are talking about centralized policy, and in centralized policy here you can see one policy is there with name hub and spoke. If you will click on this 3 dot, you can see activate option is there. That means this policy is deactivated, and here we can preview the policy, what this policy says. See what this policy says. Rule number 1 with sequence number 10. Rule number 1 is match route of which side? Of DC side. In which VPN? In service VPN, service HR VPN, VPN 10. And action, accept it. Clear? Rule number 1 is clear to everyone. We are allowing DC routes. Rule number 2, match TLOC list of which side? DC side, and accept it. Very good. And the default action for rest all the sites, all the spokes, side ID 1 to side ID 4, DC side list, side ID 100, service VPN in out direction. This was my policy. The same policy, see in this policy we are blocking route as well as, let me activate this policy once to recall the previous topics once, and after that we'll create hub and spoke with the help of custom option, right? That is the main method to create policy in the production. In that way only we are creating policy in the production. I am teaching you the same thing which I am doing. This is my task, right? The installation, onboarding process, trust me, those are not necessary. Installing certificate, even you can ignore that. This is the things which you need to learn in SD-WAN, Cisco SD-WAN. Your CCNA to CCIE SD-WAN syllabus is already covered. See, policy is activated, done on VSmart. On the VSmart as well, through CLI we can check admin, and password was I think Cisco. What was the password? Admin and Cisco 123. Yeah, Cisco 123. So Here you can see the same rules, right? And action, if you want to see the action, let me take you to branch 1 router. And now check the BFD session. Only one BFD session is there with DCVH, because in the policy we have very clearly defined the rules. Then match DC T-lock and accept it. Match DC route and accept it. For rest other, reject it. And my rules are applied in odd direction. When VS Smart is going to advertise either routes or T-lock, at that time it will check this policy. I'm expecting this is clear to all of you. Yes, guys. Now, if you will check the route, the most important thing, show me the route, Praphul. Let me show you. Is it visible? Console?
Yes.
So, route, show IP route, VPN 10, right? Service VPN. Only DC subnets are coming through OMP. Through OMP protocol, only DC subnets are coming, right? DC subnets and DC T-lock. You can see the T-lock of DC 4.4.4 biz internet IPsec, 4.4.4 biz internet IPsec, 4.4.4 biz internet IPsec. All these three prefix with same T-lock. These are their local subnets. Is default route there? Yes, default route is coming, Praphul, in same VPN, in service VPN. And T-lock is again DC T-lock. Okay, this is the reason why two sides can communicate here. That means on DCVH you can check VPN 10 configuration. Admin. So run VPN 10. In VPN 10 you can see there is one default route. On which interface? On null 0 interface, because here for default route DCVS is the black hole, right? Because DCVS already have individual routes. DCVS don't need. Just I need to reach the traffic to DCVH. After that it will forward. This is how two sides are communicating. If my DCVS is in CLI mode, then you can remove the default route as well. And this was the default policy. Even we have not created this policy. Why we are learning it? To teach you the custom topology creation. Once you will learn the technique, you can create any policy for any requirement, and that will separate you from the crowd in industry. If you have good command on the policy, you are separated yourself. Many times I told you, many companies are suffering to manage their SD-WAN infrastructure just because of people are limited who have good command on SD-WAN policies. And this is the main feature of SD-WAN. If company is not utilizing the policies properly, then what is the benefit of using SD-WAN? This is the main beauty of SD-WAN policy. Let me check my device. Which device? DCVH. DCVH means 4.4.4 is in CLI mode, right? So even you can remove this default route. And before remove, if you will check communication, or from the internal router also I can check the connectivity from R1. Let me check the default route. So IP route, no, through E2 external OSPF only few prefixes are coming, the DC prefixes. So
For this, what I did was in the branch VEdge router, I did in the OSPF. I did a default information originate.
We need to
Then
define
also,
that. Then it
yeah,
will start forwarding default or towards internal router. That is fine.
internal.
You all know this. Directly I'm going to ping from here, branch 1 to branch 3 LAN interface IP address.
Yeah, but only after giving originate always. After that, only the branch router started pinging other sites.
Yes, correct. Okay, so route are there now on VH. Now somehow we need to advertise that too. Internal router, here it can be router or any device. Here we have default route towards DC. That's why I can ping 10.10.2.1 I think, and source I can define 10.10.1.1. Out of pen. Invalid source 10.10.1.1. What is the IP here? So run VPN 10. Oh, I am on internal router. Branch 1, this one. Ping 10.10.2.1 and source 10.10.1. Ping VPN 10. Better to ping through vmanage. See, if you will remove the default route, then two sides can not communicate. Very simple. This is the default policy, and one more policy is applicable. Here again I am going to take you to the policy, and you can see hub and spoke policy is there. If I am going to create any new policy, here is the option of group of interest. I can match the traffic. Like for now I am clicking next, and here is the topology. If I am going to click on add topology, topology means I am talking about control plane traffic. Hub and spoke and mesh topology is there. Even you can import the topology. If you have the topology, or let's say some of your friend has any topology which will work in your network, then you can ask him to share with you our mail, and then you can download and then you can import that. Either you can use the default hub and spoke mesh, or you can import, or you can create your own topology, right? How many topology you can create? Either we can create route based topology or TLOC based topology. This is no type of policy, type of topology, and under route and TLOC we will have multiple options. You will see that. So let me click on this customize option today. Customize. After the customize option, see I am on this page, on the policy configuration page. Here we need to add our policy. Default action is reject, and you can see this one is enable. If you want to change the default action, then you can change it from here, accept it, and then you can save it. Now default action is accept, enable, right? Similarly I can disable it, reject, and save. This is default action. Here you can define the name and description. For an example, I am creating hub and spoke custom. In the description also I am using same. And here I am going to create one first rule. Rule number 1. I will click on sequence type. Which type of rule you want to create? See how many types of rule are there. Either route or TLOC. So route based rule or TLOC based route means you want to control the traffic through route or through TLOC. If I am selecting the
Can
route,
we not select can we not select both in the custom topology?
Both.
Like we had in a hub and spoke. Yeah.
See, you can
We
do
can't.
everything. Wait.
Oh,
Listen
okay.
this first.
Okay.
So here is my rule, and now I can create the rule. This is sequence rule. Create sequence rule. See how many things I can match here. This is match and then action. Match and action. Match action means match. For an example, I can match OMP tag. You have seen that, right? With routers will also have T-lock, and in the T-lock there are so many information. For an example, so OMP T-locks. If you can see the T-lock of DCVH, I am on branch 1 VH1, DC T-lock. Peer IP address, from where it is getting? From the VSmart. Fine. See some attributes here. Public IP address, okay, fine. Overlay ID, side ID. See side ID, definitely you can match the side ID that you already know. Weight, tag, preference. See these values. It's similar like BGP preference. What is the use of BGP preference? There is one attribute, right? Preference attribute in the BGP. What is the function of that?
To prefer a particular router.
Exactly. Not router, route.
Route, okay.
Exactly, here we can match the preference. Hey, first I can set the preference with route, and then I can here say, okay, do one thing, match the OMP preference value, and on the basis of that, take action, maybe reject or allow. OMP tag, I can also use the tag. I can also use the weight. Weight is exactly again similar like the BGP weight. These are the OMP attributes which you can use to control the traffic. Similarly, you control traffic in BGP by using the attributes. So whatever attributes are there here, you have option, right, on your vManage to match. See, either I can match color list, that all the route with color list. Let's say TLOC1 means busy internet 1.1.1 or any system IP plus IPsec. OMP tag, we can match the origin code, we can match the originator. Based on originator also you can control the traffic. You can match the preference value. Here you can see, you can match the side ID, you can match the TLOC, you can match the VPN, and you can match the prefix list. Prefix list to match the prefix, you know this. For an example, I want to match TLOC. So I should have TLOC list. In that TLOC list, I will match the TLOC tuples. Like either I can match the color, I can match the system IP, I can match the encapsulation protocol, right? And we can give even preference to the particular TLOC. If you want to prefer internet for a specific kind of traffic, you can do that. We can give preference to this TLOC. TLOC, internet TLOC of branch 1 VS1 G0/0. Right? See, as I am clicking over here on TLOC, it is asking TLOC IP address means system IP. It is asking color, and then it is asking encapsulation protocol, IPsec or GRE. Simple fundamental is what? And same thing will happen when you will select the route. For an example, I am going to delete this one, cancel, and add topology, again custom topology, and sequence type. This time I am going to select TLOC, and again let me create one sequence. Now you can see we have option to match what? TLOC again, side again, preference again, originator again, OMP tag again, group ID, domain ID, color list, and carrier. Forget about these terms like group ID and those all things. Whatever you know, like you know the OMP tag, yes, this is the important. You know the origin, yes, this is the important. Preference, side, TLOC, this is the important. I can select the TLOC, and after that this side you can see the action. Either I can say reject or allow, And after that, for which side and in which VPN. This is not the complete policy. This is just a rule. I'm creating the rule. I'm matching traffic. Based on that, I'm taking the action. After that, I will apply this route, maybe for particular site or maybe for all the sites, maybe for particular, what we say, VPN.
Application.
Yes, exactly. Right. If you want to change the default action, here is the option, default action. Yes, someone was asking some question. Please ask now.
Sir, what is that originator and origin? I couldn't understand.
See here, what is the originator on branch 1 VS1? Originator is not there. Originator,
Originator is like received from, says originator. Or
originator means what? In OSPF also we have concept of originator. Originator means who is originating the traffic. Like when this submit, internal router will advertise this submit through OSPF to branch 1 VS1. Branch 1 VS1 will advertise it to VSmart through internet interface as well as mpls interface.
okay.
Right. So who is the originator of this route? Maybe this route is over here in branch 2. Who is originator? Branch 1.
Okay. Origin means
Origin code is an attribute.
okay, like BGP attribute. Right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Originator should be somewhere. This one is the old version. Just a minute.
Received from.
So
is
route,
that
we have to check route. So OMP route, default
Yeah,
route
origin.
is coming. Able to see the originator?
Yeah.
Who is originator?
It's 4.4. The branch VH.
Not branch.
Oh, sorry, the DC VH. Yeah.
DCVS, right? In which VPN?
That's in VPN 10. Okay. So this one says from VPN 10, the vSmart is actually originating it. The traffic
Not
is coming.
VSmart is originating. It is coming from, received from 2.2.2. Received from 2.2.2. But originator is 4.4.4, brother. Where you
Okay.
are?
And the route is 0.0.0.0. That is the default route.
Yes. Exactly. Similarly, it will be advertising this LAN submit as well. 192.168.100.0. Even you can check like this.
Okay.
192.168.100.0/24. Not found.
10, not 100. 168.
DCVA.
168. Okay. This brand.
I'm searching for this one. Let me show you. 10. This is their on prefix. For on prefix, you can see receive from 0.0.0. It means it is self-advertised, right? And originator ID is there on system IP.
5.2. Yeah.
Don't remember like 5.5. Their system IP, system IP.
Okay.
Then 192 here is a 100.1. You can see
Yes. Sir.
the LAN server. Originator 4.4.4. Anything else?
Nothing from my side.
Ask if you have anything, brother. No problem.
Sir, when I did the default information originate in the OSPF inside the branch VH branch 1, VH 1.
Mhm.
Then also that was not sending the default route to the branch router. When I did default originate always, only then the default route went to the branch router. Usually when we do default information
So
originate itself, it will show, it will
this
go
is
to.
the issue of your OSPF concept. This is a concept of OSPF. See, if router is advertising, if router have default route locally in the local routing table, then only default route, default information originate command works. If
Yeah.
default route is in local routing table, but branch 1 don't have default route in local routing table, it is learning through OMP in VPN 10. So you have to run always only. Always keyword must be there.
Oh,
In
okay.
the normal as well, if we have, let's say, two router, R1 and R2. Let's say R1 is connected to ISP. So here you have configured the default route. Here you can run default information originate command. Router 1 will start advertising default route to R2. But if R1 is learning this default route through, let's say, ISP, in that case you have to run albase command. Default information originate or albase. So here branch 1 is learning default route, is not locally. Default
Oh,
information originate command is for local default route, to advertise the local default route. Anything else?
okay. Yeah. Thank you very much, sir.
Most welcome.
My doubt is cleared.
Great, great. No any other questions? Okay, let's do one thing. Let's create some group of interest here. Click on add policy, and for application you can see by default some application list are there, and from here you can create the new application list. Right, list means your interesting traffic or application, a user, subnet. Like you can see I have created one PM portal where I matched three types of traffic: Facebook traffic and Zoom meeting. Are you able to see this? I had created this. The upper three one was default. That's why we are not able to delete that. You can see first one and second one. We are not able to
Yes.
delete it. And these all are created by me. Like for device access, maybe I think for telnet. Yes, you can see here we are matching the telnet traffic only. Chat traffic, you can see we are matching the WhatsApp traffic here only. Just give me 1 minute. Yes. Similarly, you can also create new application list. Like here I can create one in the HR portal. I'm managing this traffic. Let's say I'm saying web traffic. Which protocol I need to match?
HTTP and HTTPS.
Very good. Hypertext transfer protocol and hypertext transfer protocol secure. In device access, telnet is like this. You can create any application list for your application. Color, here we can create color list. How you will create the color list? Internet and here I will match which color? Biz internet,
This.
and add. Simple. Similarly, I will create one more color list with name mpls, and you know this, that for mpls transport which color we are using. Here we have one
MPLS.
mpls color, right? But you can use custom 1, custom 2, any color. Color and add. Similarly, I can create one more color list and I can name it all color, both color, where I can match internet as well as mpls. Right? Prefix list for data traffic. I will create prefix list directly. Prefix list, add prefix list, list name. How you can create prefix list? I can name like LAN or HR subnet or VPN 10 subnet, 10 subnet list for branch 1, and here I can match all the LAN subnet of branch 1 192.168 dot. In the range you can see how you can define the subnet like your prefix list as well, or 192.168.10.0/24, then comma, then 192.168.11.0/24, then again comma, फिर again 192.168.12.0/24, and then you can click on add. So like this we can match the prefix. What is policer? Anyone have idea about policer?
So this is for the QoS.
Yes, exactly. See here we can match burst, exceed, rate. It will come on this later. Prefix list done. Even we are not going to use prefix list. Side list. How many side lists are there? You can see one side list with name all the spoke side, branch 1, branch 2, DC side, and all the sides. And then side 1, similarly I can, inside 1 side list I am matching side ID 1. Then I can say side 2. Here you can match side ID 2. In one side, if you have two side ID, if you have two different side ID in one side, you can match both. Like see here in branch 1. In branch 1 we have two VH. Let's say there is huge distance. In one city there is huge distance between branch 1 and branch 2. So you will be running, it might be possible you are running different side ID so that they can also have IPC accession between each other. Right? If this one is connected to different LAN, this one is connected to different LAN. If they have different side ID, it will behave like different side router.
So for example, two data centers co-located in the same city. For that we can use this type of thing, right, sir?
Yeah, you can. In that case also, in branches also. By the way, for data center we have different technology. For data center, similarly like you are learning the SD-WAN, right now. SD-WAN is for WAN edge devices. For WAN edge device of which company? For the enterprises. For all the sites, it is only talking about WAN edge router. when it's come to
Okay.
two data center, many times we create L2 link. You must have heard about EVPN, VXLAN.
VX. Okay.
Here between the sites, we have layer 3 transport, right? IPsec. Between the data center, most of the time you will be having L2 transport. So in the
Okay.
data center, technology is quite different. Overall technology is same. But in the Cisco ACI is also one course bigger than SD-WAN. Here
Okay,
we
sir.
can have side list for all the sites. Branch side 1, side 2, then I can say side 3, and I can make side ID 3 and then add similarly side 4 and so on. SLA class, wait for some time, TLOC list. I already have some TLOC list and SLA class as well. If you will check this, see voice and video. So here I have defined some kind of criteria like loss should be less than 2%, jitter should be less than 45%, latency and jitter should be this one, reference count updated by the date. Even you can delete some one which I have created. These are, but this upper 4 are the default one which you cannot delete. The default one, I will come on this SLA class in next class.
Sir, also here, is it possible in these policies? Suppose I'm adding new sites tomorrow, and I have a policy that by default I want to be added to these new sites I'm adding. Is there any way? Is there any way that I can set? I can configure in
Yes,
vManage that like how is it possible? You can
same way.
how do we set? Okay, the same. Okay, so do I need to add those site IDs or something, or how
See,
do I?
no, if you are going to add the new site, how you will add the new
Yeah,
site? You will define the vBond IP address. It will validate
sure.
yourself to vBond. It will get the
Yeah,
IP address of vManage vSmart.
yeah.
It will establish the OMP session with vSmart. It will advertise and receive routes and TLOC. Then it
Yeah,
will form IPsec with other side. And
correct.
now some policy is running and you need to apply some same policy for this one. You can, it will be automatically even applied on the new side as well. If you have different kind of policy for this particular site, then earlier or maybe later you can create the policy according to your requirement and you can apply it for this particular site,
Okay, sure.
right? By default, if policy is applied for all the sites, let's say I have one site list with name all site, where might be possible this site ID is also called. In that case, it will be applied over here as well. If that site ID is not called in that policy, then policy will not apply on this side. Getting my point? So maybe you need to
Yep,
edit the
got it.
policy and edit the, not policy, you need to edit just the side list. You need to add one more
Okay,
side list
yeah.
in all the side list.
One more site. Yeah, got it, got it. Sure, sir.
Anything else? TLOC list, in the TLOC list you can see I have one TLOC list with name branch 1 TLOC, where I am matching all the TLOC of branch 1 routers, like internet TLOC of 5.5.5, mpls TLOC of 5.5.5, then internet TLOC of 6.6.6 and internet TLOC of mpls TLOC of 6.6.6. Similarly, one TLOC is there with name mpls over internet. How? With the help of preference. Here you can see in this TLOC, in first TLOC I have not used preference, but in second TLOC I am using the preference. Here I have given the preference 10 and here 20, means we are preferring mpls. See, mpls TLOC has higher preference than internet TLOC. Whenever I will have this kind of requirement, I can use this TLOC list, mpls over internet. Similarly for branch 2, you can create, or I can delete it for now. I need to create one T-lock list to match the DC T-lock. To match the DC T-lock. What should be the name? DC T-lock. And IP address 4.4.4.4. Color. What is the color on DCVH? Internet or MPLS?
This internet, right?
So run VPN 0 G0/0. Check the color.
This internet.
Base internet. Encapsulation. IPsec preference null. Save. Save the T-lock. And then again for VPN, you can see I have one VPN list with name service VPN where I have matched the VPN 10. This is class of interest. Then I will click next. It will ask you for topology. So right now we are creating, configuring control policy. So I will select the topology and add policy topology, and then I am going to create custom control policy, and under custom I am going to select the either T-lock or route. So for an example, now I am going to select the route, and I am saying match, let's say side ID. Which side ID? DC side, means side ID 100. And I am saying action accept. Rule number 1 is created. You can see match DC T-lock and action accept. Then rule number 2. Rule number 2, I am saying match again T-lock, not T-lock, side, and which side? All the spoke sides. And action reject. What will happen? These two rule. If it is DC T-lock, then allow. If it is a spokes T-lock, deny, reject.
Deny.
So simple. And I am not asking you or telling you to just select the side ID. You can select anything. For an example, I have selected this side list. Let's see what happened. I am going to click on save control policy. Before that, I have to define the name here. Name I am saying hub and spoke. A spoke custom. Custom and save. And default action is reject. Now you tell me, anyone can tell me, this is my policy, fine. How you will apply this policy? How you will use this policy? In this policy there are only two rules. Rule number 1 is if it is DC T-lock, accept, means allow, and if it is T-lock of any spoke side, then reject. How you can apply this policy? If I will apply this policy, will my topology hub and spoke? Will I have same topology like earlier? Or something else? If I will activate this policy. And how I will activate this policy, like how I will apply? If I will apply it in the odd direction on VSmart for all the branches, what will happen? what will happen? In odd direction, all the sites will have T-lock of DC, but will not have T-lock of each other. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Will DC have T-lock of sites?
DC also will not have, right?
DC will also not have. And what if I will not apply that policy for DC side? Then we will have exactly same topology, right?
Yes, yes.
So I need to apply this policy in odd direction on all the branches. Getting my point?
Okay.
That is going to be same topology. Let me show you. Say next. Application aware no for now. Name of your policy. Same hub and spoke custom. Hub and spoke custom. And from here you can preview it. Now for which side you want to apply and direction. Not in inbound direction. I want to apply it in outbound direction. Inbound and outbound direction. For which sides? All the spoke sides. And save it. Add and then preview. Preview the policy. Rule number 1. Sequence number 1. Match route of DC site and action accept. Match route of all the sites and action reject, and default action reject. For which side you have applied? For all the side ID 1, 2, 4. DC side is side ID 100 and prefix is any. Prefix is any. That doesn't matter. We have not selected the any prefix list. Save it.
So this prefix list is automatically added, or?
There is no prefix list right now. We can match prefix list as well, na? That okay, match side ID as well as prefix, or only prefix with help of prefix list. Now wait, I am going to activate this policy for a moment. Activate. See what will happen. We are creating the issue. And this policy should be deactivated. The earlier one will not activate. We cannot activate two policy. Done. And now go to policies. You can see you have two policy. The number 1 policy is not activated and this policy is activated. Very good. Let me take you to DCVH first. Let's start from DCVH. On the DCVH, let me see, is there any change? So OMP route OMP route VPN 10
Tab.
it is receiving all the prefixes, right, with both the T-lock, internet and mpls. You can see all the sites prefixes are there. Am I right?
Yes.
Very good. Even you can verify the T-lock, you will find all the T-locks there. Now let me take you to branch 1 VS1, where it is. Branch 1 VS1. Let me reduce the size little bit. Let's make it 12. So IP route VPN 10 tab. Oh, problem, right? Yes.
It does not have.
Only DC, not DC. No any routes are there. Receive route through OMP. Zero OMP routes. Nothing. Why? I was expecting DC routes here. If I will show you the T-lock, so OMP T-locks. I'm on branch 1 VH1. Keep in mind this. See, T-lock, self-advertised T-lock. This is also self-advertised T-lock. That's it. No any T-lock. It is not receiving any T-lock. No route, no T-lock.
It should have a T-lock of the hub router, right? Hub.
DC side.
She said, no. There's no.
But we don't have T-lock as a route. Why? If you want to see the policy again, I can show you here. Admin and Cisco 123. This is your task. What happened? How it's working? So run policy. Here is the rules, all the rules. Read the rules and tell me why we don't have route. I told you we are getting issue. This is VS Smart. Here is your policy.
I think because the action was reject.
Which action? This last one.
Yeah.
Default action.
Yeah. Okay.
Clear
Mm.
to everyone? For REST traffic, for REST, what to do? For REST reject, it should be accept. Let me do this. And after that, I will show you again. Let me first edit it in Spoke, Hub and Spoke custom. Click on edit. This is your policy. You need to go to the topology, right? Go to topology, and here is your topology. Click on this three dot. Policy is activated. That's why edit option is not there. Let me deactivate this policy first. Deactivate. Done. Now from here as well you can go to topology. Go to policies and then custom option is there, right? Click on custom option, centralized policy and localized policy. Under centralized policy I need to check topology. Which topology? This one. I need to edit it. Edit. And I will click on default action. Default action and edit and accept and save and then save again and then activate again. activate. Now here if I will run the command, what happened? Okay. Now if I will run the command here, same command, then this default action should be accept.
Sir, so now what is happening, sir? I couldn't understand. Because here we are accepting the all the spokes and the data center. And we are the control policy hub and spoke custom sequence number 1. The site list is DC, action is accept, and all the spokes action is reject. So when we apply out, it will be applied to all the sites.
No, see now where I have applied this policy. This policy is applied for all the spoke sites only.
Yeah.
For site ID 1 to site ID 4. So when VSmart will advertise the route or TLOC, it will check if the route is of branch 1 to branch 4, then it will not advertise. Where it will not advertise? To all the branch sites where you have applied the policy. Done. Now this, wait a minute brother. Here if you will check now, you can see default action except. Again I am going to take you to branch 1, and let me show you the OMP route. Now is TLOC coming?
Yeah, of data center is coming. Yeah.
Yeah, we have the flock of the GC.
Data center route is coming through
Yeah.
OMP. Right. Similarly, branch 2 will also have the same output. So IP OMP route data center route coming? Yes.
Yes.
It is coming. Even one default route is coming. So we have same thing, right? Same topology. And one more thing here. Now if you will check branch 1 VS1 TLOC list. Let me show you the TLOC list once. DC TLOC, self-advertised TLOC, and branch 2 TLOC. There is no any effect in TLOC, right? If you will check the IPsec, this is the difference from our default topology and our custom topology, right guys? So IPsec inbound connection, see IPsec is still there. So BFD session between all the sites, BFD session is still there. Only route is not there. In the default hub and spoke topology, route and TLOC both was filtered, remember. Here according to our policy, only route are filtered, not the TLOC. Two sites still have TLOC of each other. Now you know what I want. You know what I want? First of all, I am going to remove the default route from the DC VH so that two sides cannot communicate. First I want to stop communication here. VPN 10 and do so run VPN 10. I'm going to remove this command IP route no to this and commit. Now you know what I want. Side 1, branch 2, branch 3 should communicate via branch 4 router via 9.9.9. So I will definitely advertise default route from here. I will advertise default route from here. Earlier I was advertising default route from DC. Now I will advertise default route from here. All the traffic will come here first when two sides want to communicate. Right? But issue is these routers don't have TLOC off. DC, sorry, branch 4 or have guys, already have, right? So as this router have TLOC of branch 4, you can simply advertise one default route in VPN 10 over here. Two sides will start communicating via side 4. Yes or no? This is like one kind of benefit when we are not blocking both TLOC and route. And even TLOC or route not, only TLOC and route. There are so many things which we can match. Even we can match a specific prefix. If you are going to learn the technique of policy, you can create any policy. If you are trying to remember the policy which I am creating over here, then you can only learn few policies which we are going to create in the class. So don't focus on this particular policy which I have created over here. Understand the fundamental behind it, how it is working. You know, when I was creating the topology, under topology there was one sequence type. When I was creating sequence type, it has asked me that Praphul, you want to control route or TLOC, right? I said I want to control route. Don't touch TLOC. I want TLOC as it is earlier, the default one. Similarly, if you want, route should be same. I don't want to touch the route, just I want to block the TLOC. What I will do? First I will deactivate this policy. First of all, I will deactivate this policy. I will make a duplicate copy of this policy. And then I will edit that. Instead of route, I will select TLOC.
TLOC.
Copy. Here I am changing the name. Saying again hub and spoke based on TLOC. And copy. And here is my policy. Let me edit this policy. Go to topology. Here is your topology. Click on it, this 3 dot, and it detach. See, here we can detach as well and attach another topology. But wait for some time. I think that policy is not deactivated. Here you should have option to edit as well. Topology, hub and spoke custom. Okay, I don't need to copy the policy, just I need to copy the topology first. This is my topology. I will edit this newly created topology. Edit. And here sequence type, I am going to delete these two rules. From here, delete it. Here I am just matching the side ID. Delete this one as well and create the new sequence type. This time select TLOC and create one first rule. In the first rule, I am going to match the side. Again, what side? What side? DC side. And action. Accept. Yes. One more rule. Which side? All the spoke side. and action reject, and default action good. Save your topology. My topology is saved. Now go to policy and check your policy. Here, this one. Here I need to replace the topology. Click on edit, go to topology, and deattach this topology and attach new topology. Import the topology hub and spoke custom. Which one? This one, right? Hub and spoke T-log. Import. I've changed the topology. See how customization is there, guys, in SD-WAN. Earlier I was using different topology under this policy. Now I'm using different topology and just save it and activate it. What happened? Invalid policy. Control save, add VPN list. What happened? What happened? Wait a minute, let me check. Edit topology. Which topology is there? Hub and spoke custom. No, and deattach this one. Add topology, import topology, this topology. And save.
It says about VPN list.
So okay, let me do one thing. Here is my policy. We can do one thing. This one is getting the issue. T-log 1 default action accept, save sequence T-log sequence number 1 match side ID DC and action accept it. Here you can select the VPN list as well. Not here. Action accept and save. There should be definitely some more option as well here, but no problem, this is sufficient. All the spoke side and action reject, save, default action enable. For which side and in which direction? In outbound direction for all the spoke side.
Sir, if we put direction in, what will happen? That direction
so
I
it
am.
will apply in direction. If you are going to get ACL on the router, this router has two interface. If you will create any ACL over here in direction, what will happen? When in traffic will come, at that time it will check the rule. If it is allow, it will allow. If it is deny, it will discard.
Okay.
If
So,
I am saying out, direction out, means when router 1 will be advertising something from this interface, at that time it will check the rule.
oh, okay. So the DC V edge will be or the vSmart, we are applying it on the vSmart, and
Yes.
vSmart is sending the policy. Okay.
I'm saying accept everything. But when you are advertising, at that time check the rule. If it is side ID 1 to side ID 4 under all the spoke sites, if you are advertising to router who is using this side ID, then only advertise DC T-lock.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. DCT lock. Yes. Okay.
Right, and where it is, here it is. We can preview it. Earlier it was saying match route. Now it's saying what? Match T-lock. Check from rule number 1. Rule number 1. Match T-lock of which side? DC side. Match T-lock of DC side and X and accept it. Rule number 2. Match T-lock of all the sides and reject it. And default action accept. And this policy is applied list for which list? For all the spoke side list, where I have matched this side ID. In which direction? In odd direction. Now let me activate it. Now if I will activate, what will happen? Now guys, two sides will not have T-lock of each other, but they will have route, right? Branch 1 will have this network, but will not have these two T-lock. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Done. Let me take you to branch 1 first, DCVS. On the DCVS, by the way, there will be no any change. So let me take you to branch 1 VS1 directly, and so OMP route T-lock. Even if you are going to check the IPsec now, so you can see only IPsec is there with DCVH because they don't have T-lock. So OMP T-locks, DC T-lock and self-advertised T-lock. That's it. That's it. So OMP route tab. See the route. They are on route. Branch 2 route is there. If branch 2 route is here, then what is the T-lock? Hey, T-lock is
Branch 2 itself.
branch 2 itself. Is this T-lock available? Is information about these two T-locks are there? No, not there. Right? Is
Yeah,
this
it's not.
router know how to reach this T-lock? No. There is no public IP address. Route is coming with this T-lock, but how to reach this T-lock is unknown. So can two sides communicate?
No.
Definitely no. It cannot communicate. Ping VPN 10. Route is there. 10.10.1.1 and source 10.10.2.1. This network is not there. 10.10.2.0 is there.
10.10.2.1 source 10.10.
Sure, yeah, the IP, yeah, the other way around.
Yeah.
It should be 2.1 and
Yeah.
source
Source
10.10.1.1. Okay, sorry. See, not working because how to reach this T-lock is unknown. Now tell me how I can make hub and spoke topology here, how to make communication between two sides. Again, if you will look up at the policy carefully, you can answer me. Now routes are there with the T-lock, but T-lock between two sides are not there. Because of that, two sides are not able to communicate. All the sides have T-lock of DC only. How to make communication between branch 1 and branch 2 now? Can I do one thing? In the policy, can I do one thing? Can I tell to my VS Smart to set DC T-lock while advertising route to WAN devices, these branch routers? Like right now, my VS Smart is advertising the T-lock of branch 2 to branch 1. But can I tell to my VS Smart that, brother, when you are advertising branch 2 LAN prefix to branch 1, change the T-lock. Don't advertise the T-lock of branch 2. Instead of branch 2 T-lock, advertise the T-lock of DC. Now, if branch 1 need to forward traffic in branch 2, they will forward traffic to DC. Because it is receiving same route, branch 2 route with DC T-lock. Right now, branch 1 is trying to reach directly to the branch 2 T-lock. Am I right?
Yes.
Is there any option in the policy?
Set T-lock 1.
No, I am asking you, is there any option to add the T-lock or change the T-lock in the
So
topology?
you are Sir, it is the T-lock 1 that is used, that is activated.
Here I don't have option to set T-lock. See, for example, I am going to get one more rule where I am matching just one side ID. Let's say all the spoke sides. Match condition and then action. Action is only what? Accept and deny. Here action, if there will be one action to set T-lock action, then we can do that, right? If I will get one action over here instead of this enable or reject, if there will be one option to set the T-lock, then I can do that. In the default action also. Set action is not there, right? Under route, IPv4 or IPv6. Wait a minute. I am working on the upgraded version. There is some difference, just few difference. 1 minute. Mm, mm, mm. See, there are two options. Either I can set OMP tag or preference value. Now I can set the OMP tag here or preference value here. Wait a minute. If I am selecting the tlock action accept OMP tag and preference. Can I do one thing? Can I match the prefix list? And then in the action, I can set tlock action. Can I do that? Yes, I can. Just I need to create one side list. Prefix list. Prefix list. In this prefix list, I'm saying, let's say LAN prefixes. And here I will match subnet from 192.168.0.0, let's say 0.0 or 10.0 to less than equal to separate by comma. Ten, 20, 21, 22, you can match all the prefixes. Prefix list is incorrect. After the comma, a space should not be there. What happened? My prefix list, LAN prefixes 192.168.0.0/16, let's say. All the prefixes will match over here, right? All the LAN subnets will match, right? What happened? Subnets 192.168.0.0/16. Add LAN prefixes. LAN subnet is also added. Okay, it was giving error earlier. Now I will go to again topology. And where is my topology? This one is my topology, right? Edit, and I will create one route sequence type where I will match prefix list. Which prefix list? LAN prefix list. And in the action I will say accept and then set tlock action. Which tlock? Which tlock you want to set? So you should have tlock list as well here. Not this one, tlock. Either you can select the tlock list or you can define the tlock. Let's say I want to set tlock of DC or branch 9, any one tlock or 2 tlock, right? For DC, what will be the tlock? For DCVH 4.4.4.4, color will be what? Biz internet, and encapsulation protocol will be what? IPsec, and I will save it. Save it. Again, it is activating the policy with your new rule. Now I have added one more new rule in our existing rule. Now 3 rules are there. See the very interesting things here. Wait for policy to activate. Uja bhai. Taking time. Done. Now go to branch 1 VS1 again and check the connectivity first. Ping is still not working. Check the routing table. See 20.1 is coming with same T-log, guys. Same T-log. 7.7.7. Here is your policy. In the policy, one new rule is added. This one, match route. Route from which prefix list? LAN prefix list. And action is accept and then set this T-log. But still it's not happening. Why? Prefixes are coming with original T-log only. Because of that, two sides are not able to communicate. If there will be T-log of DC, then two sides can communicate because they have IPsec with DC. That is going to be my, again, hub and spoke topology. But what is the issue here?
T-log is not changed.
Why T-log is not changed? T-log should be changed. T-log should be DC now. But you can see T-log is the original T-log branches. Check the rules, all the rules one by one, and see if you can find something which can help me to move further.
So in the sequence 21, do we need to match the site list DC also?
Where?
In sequence 21?
Why? You can
Or,
match. You can ignore. I'm giving you 1 day. Just take a screenshot of this policy. And you know what is our expectation. Our expectation is there should be the T-log of DC with branch routes. But that is not happening.
So remember that you remove the the default route on the GC.
So default route is not required. All the sites already have route of each other. Why default route is required? Default route is not required, no? Earlier, two sites haven't route, but now two sites have routes of each other. Default route is not required. Just I need to change the T-lock. For that, I have created the policy. If
But now
someone
the
is
issue
saying
is
it is
that
happening because of prefix list, then let me do one thing. Go to policy, topology. Which topology is in use in my policy? Not this one.
sir, we newly created the TLOC one. The
This
TLOC
one.
was, yeah, we created this TLOC one, and that was the one we were working on. We can delete the TLOC, the third one. Yeah, here the second one. We can delete
This one
the
is my final.
yeah, the second one we can delete.
I think second one is in use in the this topology, in this policy. One policy was there now with name hub and spoke custom. It is not attached with any device reference count 0, so we can delete this one. And edit. Here I should have one route. Here it is. In the route, I'm going to edit. Instead of prefix, I'm going to select site. As you said, select the site list. And if site list will match of all the branches, then it will set this T-lock. And let me apply it. Activate this. Now I can preview once again. Match route of all the sites and action set T-lock. Clear? Activate it. And see how much SD-WAN is flexible. Within few minutes, I'm able to deactivate the policy, able to activate another policy, right? In the production, it can change the behavior of 1,000 sites when you are changing the policy. Or maybe you are running for a particular site. That is our concern, but we can do it on thousands of sites simultaneously, right? If the policy is called on all the sites, then it can change the behavior of entire sites within few minutes, hardly 5 to 10 minutes in the production. Now go to branch 1 VS1 and check OMP route again. Is there any change now?
Yes, the TLOC is changed.
T-lock is changed, right? Now if I'm going to ping is working, you can see. Again, this is what? Hub and spoke behaving like the default topology. We did same thing, but there are multiple ways. All the sites are going to communicate via DC. That is our concern. That was our concern, creating hub and spoke topology. Either I am choosing the default topology, or I am creating based on route, based on TLOC, or by both. This time I am using both sequence type, route sequence type as well as TLOC sequence type, and it is working fine. Even default route is not required now. There was issue in prefix list.
So, but why is only working when we match with the site ID? But when we match with the prefix,
With
it's
prefix
not matched.
also
It's
it
not
will
working.
match. With prefix also it will match. You have to call prefixes properly. /24 is not working. /16, sorry. Prefix list. I've created prefix list like this. Branch 1 subnet, or even in this we can say /32 LAN prefix less than /32. It is similar like your prefix list, and now you can use it. Deactivate first. It was not matching the prefixes properly. That's why it was not setting the DCT lock. Now routes are coming via VSmart, but the TLOC is modified by VSmart for all the branches. For the DC we have as it is. La, 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 la. Done. Policy. Hub and spoke TLOC 1. Edit. Go to topology, and sorry, in this topology directly I can edit. Topology, edit, and again I am going to choose the root type sequence. I'm going to edit it, and instead of all the spoke, I'm going to select the site match, sorry, prefix list. And which prefix list? Where is branch 1? Sorry, here it is, LAN prefix. Save. What happened? Action is fine. LAN prefixes. Please save or cancel. So I'm saving here. Please save or cancel the open rule before saving the policy. Rule number 1. Okay, update. Sorry. And now again you can activate your policy. काम कर जाएगा, ताली बजाना आप लोग, ठीक है, जिनको भी हिंदी आती है. Correct. There are so many ways to do the same thing. So many. Ping not working. That means again see the T-lock. T-lock is fine. DC only and ping. Now see route is there, right? With correct T-lock. DC T-lock. But ping is not working. Tell me why. Check the packet flow. Why ping is not working now? What happened? Why ping is not working now? Route is there. Even with DC T-lock. Even you can verify the IPsec. So IPsec inbound connection. You can see IPsec is there with DCVS. We have pure hub and spoke topology. The best hub and spoke topology. But ping is not working. If branch 1 VS1 need to forward traffic to, so IP.VPN 10 need to forward traffic to, let's say, $20. It will forward traffic to this T-log, right? There is IPsec. You know why ping is not working? Because see, 10.10.2.0 network is not there. Why that network is not there? Because here is the answer in front of you. Tell me guys, who is telling first? See the policy. See the policy. Only 190 to 168 subnets are matching in our prefix list. So LAN to LAN communication will definitely happen. If I will take you to R1 and if I am going to show the route, so IP route OSPF, you can see 20, 30, all the subnets are coming in branch 2 internal router. If I will show you the route, so IP route OSPF 10.0 is there. Yes, it is there. And can these two sites communicate? Yes, they can communicate. Ping 192.168.20.1 and source 192.168.10.1. Is ping working? And how ping is working? Trace route 192.168.20.1 and source 192.168.10.1 numeric. How ping is working? .10.10.0.1 DC. Traffic is going DC. Even from here you can trace route. Branch 1 VS1 troubleshooting. Trace route destination. But here we cannot trace route because here we can only define the 10 as a source, or I can ping to 20. From here, if I will try to ping 192.168.20.1 in VPN 10 with source, see source, let's say anything and size anything, start. See my traffic is going where? Where it is coming? 10.10.0. 0/24. Traffic is coming to DC, and then DC is forwarding to other side. Right? It is giving timeout because of route, but you can verify that traffic is going via DC, and this is the perfect way to create hub and spoke topology. Is it clear to everyone? Everyone means everyone. How to control the control plane traffic with the help of SD-WAN policies, with the help of Cisco SD-WAN policies. You are learning the core technology. It will be very easy for you to understand the policy in Fortinet or Versa in any other SD-WAN. Overall concept is exactly same everywhere. If someone have not understood the policy till now, let me know so that tomorrow I can repeat this session, but don't skip it. Please don't skip it if you have enroll,
Sir,
if you are investing time every day, every
sir,
week.
I didn't understand.
Hmm?
I didn't understand.
So
If
what
could
you
repeat.
didn't understood, brother?
Uh,
You tell me how I have created the hub and spoke topology here. By looking at this policy, tell me. The policies apply for all the spoke sites. Is it clear? This one? That my policy is applied on all the branch routers
yeah,
whose site ID is from 1 to 4.
yeah. In that I understood.
Rule number 1.
Sir,
Have you
the
understood
sequence.
the rule number 1?
Yeah, on the sequence 1,
Hmm.
we have put match TLOC.
T-lock of DC.
Oh, okay. Site list. Okay, so from the site list, we are getting the TLOC of DC, right, sir?
Either I can match here what? Side list. I can match the prefix. I can match the OMP tag. So many options were there, na? I have choose one. I have choose the side ID.
Okay.
Based on side ID, I am
Um,
controlling the T-lock. That if this is the T-lock of DC, then accept it. Otherwise, reject it
okay.
in odd
So,
direction.
okay. So from the list of site list, we are taking the DC site list, and then if that DC site list is okay. So
No,
from the
see
DC
what
site
is
list,
happening. Whenever my VS Smart will advertise routes or T-lock to side 1 to side 4, it will check these all rule one by one. First it will check sequence number 1, then sequence number 11, then sequence number 21, and if there is any another sequence, then it will check that as well, until unless match will not found. So here while advertising, it is going to check T-lock. If it is DC T-lock, then it will advertise everywhere, right, to
no,
all these sites. Then it is going to check T-lock of all the spoke sites. If it is the T-lock of branches, then it will reject. After
okay,
that, it will check the prefix list. Prefix list, which prefix list? LAN prefix list, which name this prefix list. In this prefix list, we have matched the 192.168 subnet. If prefix will match, then it will set the T-lock of DC, and rest everything is as it is.
so this default action accept what it will do. I
It
couldn't
will,
understand.
it means rest everything, like what to do with OMP tag. Nothing, default.
Okay.
Rest everything is as it is, as it was earlier.
Okay.
Right? Means if I am controlling the routes here, forget about this prefix list, only side list and T-lock. Then VS Smart will not touch the route. Route will be exchanged as it was exchanging earlier only. But
Okay.
it will not advertise the T-lock of sites between the sites. So between the sites, router will not have IPsec. All the router will only have IPsec with DCVH. So that's why I have set the DC TLOC with all the LAN prefixes, and it has created hub and spoke topology for me. This is one way. More than 1,000 ways are there to create hub and spoke topology here.
So what is
What
this?
happened?
Sorry, sequence 11 is doing, sir. That is that I didn't understand, because we
Let me
in
log in.
sequence 1 we had already matched BC.
Let me show you. Let me see what is sequence number 11. Sequence number 11. Okay, on the VI Smart we can see that sequence number 11 is matching the TLOC of sequence number 11 only, blocking the TLOC between sites, between branches, right? Branch 1 router and
Yeah.
branch 2 router should not have TLOC of each other, so that they cannot form IPsec, right?
And
So
so
this is
this default action, accept or reject, is it the similar? Can we like access list, like we have a deny all or permit all at the end, the
yes,
last as a last
yes,
entry?
exactly,
Yeah, is this a
exactly,
similar thing? Oh, okay,
exactly.
okay.
For an example, here I have router. This router is learning some prefixes. Let's say 10.1.1.0, 10.1.2.0, 10.1.3.0, right? And you have created one rule for an example, and rule is deny 10.1.1.0/24. So what will happen? It will deny .2 as well, 3 as well. So here you have to say permit all, right? Means rest all are allowed, right? It is similar like this. Clear? Topology custom. Now make sure if you are creating the topology, you will not use this default one, and really sometimes we are using, but most of the time we are, even in my company you will find 1,000+ topologies. All are custom control. Most of the topologies are created by me only, and I am only managing as well. So if you are creating any kind of topology, that means you are controlling the control plane traffic. When I'm saying control plane traffic, that means I'm talking about either route or TLOC. Yes, na? See, in the traditional network also, control plane means what? Next hop or route. Next hop or route. In the policy, in traditional networking, how I was controlling the traffic. Here, for this subnet, set this TLOC in the BGP, in the route map, right? For an example, I have one router here. This router is connected with two different router, R1, R2, and R3, right? And these are, let's say, ISP, ISP1, ISP2, and here I have DC side. In the DC side, I have one subnet 10.1.1.0/24, right? What I want that when router 1 will advertise or receive a route from router number 2, it should set any different next hop. Let's say 15.1.1.1, which is the public IP address I want to reach through internet, for an example. Want to change the next hop, right? I will create route map ABC, permit sequence number 10. Then I will say match subnet. Which subnet? 10.1.1.0/24. Then I will say what? Set next hop IP address. Set IP next hop. What? 15.1.1.1. This is the same thing. So either you can control the route or you can control the next hop. Similarly here in the SD-WAN, either we can control the route. If I will talk about the control plane, so in the control plane we have only two things to control either routes or TLOC. So the first option is you are going to select this topology, custom control topology. Then you are going to select the sequence type, that I am going to create a rule based on routes or based on TLOC. If you will ask me, Praphul, which are mostly used? So both are in use. You will be using combination, right? Like in my topology, you can see I'm using both. Two TLOC sequence types are there. Two rules with TLOC sequence type are there, and one rule with route sequence type is there, isn't it? Yes. And
So this mesh technology basically, so mesh design, basically, this is not good for the bigger organizations. Then it's going to create a lot of like the process. It would be processor intensive for all the routers
exactly,
and
this is the
all the
main.
WAN.
What is the main reason of hub and
Okay.
spoke? To reduce the CPU only. If I have
Mm,
1000 sites and let's say
mm,
two routers are there at
mm,
each sites, that means one router will
mm,
have 2000 IPsec.
mm, mm,
2000 IPsec need
mm,
CPU, right?
mm,
Higher
mm,
CPU. So CPU utilization can increase. Definitely you will shift
mm,
your infra on hub and spoke. You will have already
mm,
policy, just you need to
mm,
activate that, right?
mm,
In the peak
mm,
hour, you have
mm,
seen that, oh my god, in the peak hour we are getting
mm,
issues. So in the peak hour you will be start activating hub and spoke. Sometime you can use full mesh as well, depending on our
mm.
requirement, right? You should, as
So
a
we are trying
SD-WAN
to.
engineer,
Yeah, yeah. Go
as a
on, please.
SD-WAN engineer, you should have knowledge of all these things.
Mhm. Mhm. So,
Why
sir,
we are
for
doing
hub
it?
and spoke,
Definitely we are doing it to reduce the CPU
mhm,
and for easier management.
mhm,
Yes.
mhm. So for hub and spoke, we are going to achieve the same purpose. Like, we don't want to advertise T-log for everything and all the routes. So that's why we are choosing between routes or the T-log. That's what it is basically. It is also less processor intensive, so it doesn't have to basically advertise
Easy
routes and
management,
easy management. Okay.
right?
Mhm,
But
mhm,
sometime, let's say branch 1 and branch 2 have
mhm,
so many mutual communication servers, right? They share huge amount of traffic. In that case,
mhm,
definitely you should have direct tunnel. These two sides
mhm,
should be have direct communication, not via DC. Let's say if there is a voice application on the server, or maybe there is cloud connectivity and we have some application over the cloud. So for that you need fast communication between these two sites, right? So you can create the policy in such a way that for rest other
mhm,
198 sites it is going to be hub and spoke, but for these two sites it is going to be full mesh.
mhm,
At the end, in the production, there will be mix of multiple things. Even we are talking about control plane policy now. Next type of policy is data plane. Then we are talking about control centralized policy. Then we'll talk about localized policy. In the data policy, it might be possible we want to exchange the prefixes with DCT lock, but I want these two sites should communicate directly. When it's come to user traffic, or maybe this submit and this submit, this submit and this submit should communicate directly, right? For a particular application, I can have different kind of requirement. So many things are there. You can see you need to ignore rest all the things. If I will take you from the beginning in the policy section, here is option to create policy. Here are the group of interest. You can create the list, application list, color list, data prefix list, side list, SLA class list, TLOC list, VPN list, and next. Here we have topology for control plane traffic. If we are not controlling the control plane traffic, I will ignore the topology. Simply I will click next. And there is one VPN membership policy as well. We'll talk about this as well soon. Then I can skip it. I can click next, and here you can see I got the application aware routing option. That is your data policy. C flow is there, data traffic is there. When I am saying data traffic, that means I am talking about data plane. When I am saying topology, I am talking about control plane traffic. So we'll talk about these all action. For now, you can ignore the application aware routing as well. You can see like this. So it's simple. Even the interface is so easy. Custom control, default action, and there is no any rule by default. So by clicking on sequence type, I can select the sequence type and I can create the multiple rule inside the sequence. Sequence number is nothing but the rule. Sequence number 1, sequence number 2, sequence number 3, sequence number 1 match T-log, sequence number 2 match application, that those anything. OMP tag. In the T-log you can see how many things are there which I can match. Even I can match the VPN. That okay, this is only applicable for service VPN 10, not for service VPN 20. Right? What action you want to take for this VPN? You want to set any T-log? You want to take any action? Service, in the service instruction you will learn how to advertise the services. You want to set the preference value. You want to set the OMP tag. You want to export.
Sir, in this policy, if you go to the T-log action, what will be the output?
1 minute. What happened here? Action. Accept. What brother? Tell me now.
If we go for T-log action,
T-log action.
what will be the output?
See, T-log action will use this T-log action in the data plane policy.
Okay.
Right? See, some actions are there by default. Equal cost multipath. What is equal cost multipath? ECMP.
Multiple paths will be selected according to the cost.
It's for the load balancing.
Load
Load
balancing.
balancing. Yeah, yeah.
Right? Primary, backup. We can restrict. Right? So for an example, for a particular VPN, I want ECMP or I want to prefer one primary over secondary. That will be comes under data plane policy when we'll see the application aware routing, like how a particular application is going to prefer one color or one transport locator T-log.
Okay. Okay. So when we come to so instead of T-log action, if you come to T-log, what will be the output, sir?
Set T-log. What T-log you want to set?
Okay.
It will ask you for T-log information. T-log IP address, color and encapsulation. What T-log you want to
set the okay. So instead of DCVH, if you want the branch 4 to have all the
then I will set, yes,
okay.
I will change the T-log.
Okay. Okay, okay. So the under actions that comes like the set command is coming, right, sir? In the actions.
Under T-log, set command is coming.
Okay.
Under T-log.
Okay.
Okay, so that's all for today.